Good morning, and sorry for the I am late. I need to go to the wonderful village, and so I will be really short. I was talking about ColdFusion. ColdFusion is 30 this year, and the wonderful team of Adobe, led by Mark Takata, had made a reunion to celebrate this thing in Las Vegas. So there was Ray Camden, the content king for ColdFusion. I used blog CFC for hundreds of blogs, and 20 years ago I had the major blog platform in Italy and scaled wonderfully. So I show you one thing if I know how to turn. So you can see a view on one of my windows. So this some, not all, some of the books. This for the Mura content management system. This is the web construction kit. This is the first original Eevee signed by Ben Forte. And I could not be present in person because I have an health issue. This is the Fusebox, developing ColdFusion application by Jeff Peters, not Popovich, forward by the late Al Helms. And so, Fusebox. You remember Fusebox? You remember MySpace? You remember MySpace? Yes, I was on the mailing list when these guys was ordering leasing of server and recruiting ColdFusion developers for MySpace. I remember like today. So these are some of the books. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Mura content management system. Now there is the not only the for the enterprise, no, for the 500 Fortune companies. There is the Adobe ColdFusion, wonderful, led by the evangelist Mark Takata and some great scientists, and used for banks, for crypto, for many things. I'm doing some programming. You know the announcement via the great Dermesh of HubSpot, and I programmed it, I think, 3 days and night, like 20 years ago, in .com, crazy, for the search API of Perplexity. That's incredible time to be alive. So I will post some materials on ColdFusion and CFML, because, as you know, I think you know, ColdFusion can be, Adobe ColdFusion can be for the multinational, but for the startup, for the core developer, there is the Lucy. You also lucy.org. They don't do much social. They are core programmers, and core programmers are not so social. There is a new framework. I used Facebook at the time. I had a blog on lookout.com built on a wonderful piece of software made by James Usum. Now I will have James Usum on my podcast to talk about this piece of software. He has sent me a copy. I had no time in these days because I have a really serious health issue. And so there is the Lucy engine that is wonderful, especially on Linux boxes. It's wonderful. So you can run Lucy on Linux, on VPS, on the cloud, on iOS. Everywhere. There is the shared hosting thing that, okay. And so I will talk, I have many presentations. One is called, is more broad on the future of programming. One is on the only language you need to know in the AI era. These are two presentations that can be useful for CEO of startup, for CEO of multinational listed companies, and for Chief Information Officer. In English, so in Italy they don't talk English. So. Okay, so for now, and I need to go to this health thing in Viareggio. So I leave you with Tuscan panorama. Bandiluca, as you know, is one of the most famous corner of Tuscany in the history. I invite you to search on Google a wonderful book dedicated to the system of the 2021-22 USA President Grover Cleveland, Rose Cleveland, written by Evangeline Whipple. It's called A Famous Corner of Tuscany. So try to Google this book. Maybe you will find someone that you know, this hand, and it's a rare book. So there are, I think, 5 copies in the world. One is at Harvard. Even the Groover Society doesn't have a copy. So there is one in Harvard, and you can find on Google. If you search on Google Books, it shows you where the library that have a copy. You can book an appointment to see this book. And being in Tuscany, in Bandiluca, I have one copy. Okay, at the time I've written a simple ColdFusion script to check all the eBay listing, and I found this Massachusetts sale. Okay, for now is all.